One of the most accepted and traditional ways of displaying a fine print is to dry mount it. If you look at an Ansel Adams or Brent Weston print, they are dry mounted. Now, dry mounted means that you have a board, which is called a mat. Then you place your photograph over the top of it with a very fine sheet of adhesive sandwiched between. You heat the mat, adhesive, and photo together, and they become one because the adhesive is activated by heat. Traditionally, dry heating presses of the clamshell design were made to heat the photo and mat together. Seal dry mount presses have basically been the standard for at least 40 years, and the newest variants work well. The older ones used an asbestos heating unit, and so when they expired after a number of years, they were impossible to replace, making the whole press unusable. The new units are expensive. You cannot buy a new dry mounting press for under about $1,700, which also does not include shipping on an item that weighs somewhere around 50 pounds. This D&K Jumbo runs $1,750 at Autorama, which usually has pretty good prices. This D&K runs $2,200 without shipping at the same store. These are base level prices. So for those of us who like to dry mount our photographic prints, we have a choice. Pay a relatively large fee for a new dry mount press, or experiment with the newer line of press machines, usually intended to attach logos, pictures, and other such things to clothing. So here's my Adelita with my Amazon press machine purchase, the PowerPress Heat Press machine. With shipping, I paid $275 for it. I am only speculating, but I believe the design for this machine is basically the same as the Seal models I showed before. Overall, the machine flattens the print and attaches everything exceptionally well. Certainly as good as my older Seal dry mount. The platen heats up to a very consistent temperature throughout. With a laser sensor, the discrepancy over the total platen is no more than 1%. Usually I heat my platen at 280 degrees because, as is traditionally done, I place a Type 1 mat board on top, then release paper, then the print, then the adhesive sheet, then the mat board. Now, this particular press has excellent reviews on Amazon and also in many several buy guides. I will say the thermometer is off 20 degrees on my unit when comparing the thermostat reading on the press versus that of my laser sensor. Like all of the newer presses, this machine comes with a thermometer that you adjust to your heating needs, an adjustable timer that signals when your heating is done, and a pressure turn to adjust how much pressure you want against the pallet. There is one fairly large flaw using this system. That is, the base of the picture usually does not completely seal, mostly at the corners of the print, and many times elsewhere along the absolute bottom of the print. Usually it is only a small area of a millimeter or a millimeter 0.5 deep, but it is not a perfect seal. And it does not matter if your print is placed vertically, horizontally, or at a 45-degree angle. Your base will not completely seal. To repair this, after the press times out, I immediately remove the mat and print while everything is still very hot. Then I place the print at a strong angle under a harsh light and look for discrepancies. I seal those areas with my tacking iron. Usually about 5 seconds at 300 degrees on the working tip of the iron does the trick. The longer you wait in order to use that tacking iron, the colder the print and adhesive will be, meaning the longer you will be subjecting your print to a goodly amount of heat. So rapidity is the key. Of course, this extra tacking does subject the print to more heat, and heat is an archival enemy. So work quickly and work smoothly. So at this point, I'm going to get the tacking iron. Here's my tacking iron. And Adelita's going to open this up, and then we're going to move very quickly. Plug in. Okay, and I'm going to look for just a moment at any, at any flaws, and there are some. So I'm moving swiftly, so I am using the least amount of heat possible in order to take care of the deficiencies. And those look good. There's a little bit right here where you can see a turn up from the print. And here, there looks like there was a little bit. And this is just for good luck. A few more seconds here. Here. And that looks really nice. Fred Picker, I recommended giving it a bend right after the heating, and it works. So take a look, see if it. Oh, hold on here now. I see a little tiny area here along the edge. And that's gone. There's another tiny one right here. Look good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's okay.
This is the best way I know of to seal everything. If you look at the results, even at a harsh light and a strong angle, given a few hours, everything will look perfect. Here are some examples. Now, I don't have any examples where the tacking iron did not work properly. If this power press machine can be built in such a way as to completely seal the base of prints, it will immediately make obsolete all of the traditional heat presses on the market. For cost effectiveness, let's hope that happens sooner rather than later.